I vividly remember the first time I heard about Adventure Time. Me and my friends used to sing the Tyler song Yonkers a lot in school, like I'm sure a lot of 16-year-olds did at the time. And one day my friend who had younger siblings told us that the Adventure Time thing he mentions in the song is a real kids TV show, but it's actually super popular among older people, and more importantly, it's actually really good. Even a single year really is important when you're in your teens, and I still remember thinking that a show whose target audience was just a couple of years younger than me couldn't have been cool or enjoyable. But then I learned there was a hidden snail in each episode, and I had to watch it. Even though it was absolutely aimed at an audience younger than me.
You've got to be really, really quiet.
Each single episode of those first seasons of Adventure Time radiated an undeniable level of maturity and quality. In no way was it dumbed down for children. In fact, it was the opposite.
Dude, sucking at something is the first step towards being sorta good at something.
It presented intelligent themes and ideas in a fun and hilarious 10-minute dose that could be easily enjoyed by anyone. Where shows aimed at adults were obsessed with sex and violence, Finn was blowing 4-dimensional bubbles and discovering the nature of the universe. I'm unsurprised by it now, but one of the most compelling factors of the show for me was the intense mystery of it all. Like, as a viewer, we can immediately see that the land of Ooo was a post-apocalyptic Earth, but in those early seasons none of the characters even bat an eyelid at all the wrecked human shit scattered around because that's just what they're used to. And so I was laughing along with the show and the funny adventures, but also crafting my own murder board in my head trying to piece it all together. Like, why does Finn always have one arm in his dreams? Who is Princess Bubblegum really? And what is the Ice King hiding under that moo-moo? Another reason I love Adventure Time is its willingness to take risks. Where in most TV shows episodes will usually follow the same exact formula but in a different place, Adventure Time has the balls to do some really insane shit that no one else would dare to try. An episode set entirely in a video game or inside Marceline's memories, or my personal favourite, an episode where Jake says,
Oh, Finn lost his sock! Everybody stop what you're doing and help Finn find his precious sock!
And then BMO stubs out his controller like a cigarette and it immediately becomes a noir thriller within their house, with cats and rats and remote controls as the players.
Where is the sock, baby? I don't know nothing but socks.
BMO is the fucking best.
Give me your bank account. Bang bang.
The show is intensely weird. Sometimes that weirdness is used for humour, and sometimes it's used to facilitate ideas like astral beasts.
Does this dance please you, Astral Beast? Does this please you?
Reincarnation, and the meaning of life itself.
Through the simple act of creation, have I become a reflection of my own creator?
Alongside its weirdness is an overwhelming wholesomeness of friendship triumphing against all else, and the cutest little robot you've ever seen. It can be quite dark at times, but there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. At all times of my life I've felt completely recognised as a legitimate viewer, and whether I'm feeling sad or sick or tripping balls, its mix of sound life advice, real world struggles, and weird and charming humour makes it seem like each episode was tailor-made for me, whilst bringing such a realistic joy into my life that isn't needlessly tainted by darkness or sickeningly sweet. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that ever since I first watched it, Adventure Time has connected with me in a deep, tangible way that no other show, whether aimed at adults or children, ever has. There is a solid and diverse cast of characters that stay in your mind, as well as your heart. It's the first TV show I've seen that genuinely takes risks by changing genre, art style, and protagonist without warning, yet still retaining the same unique identity. It tackles existential themes in the same breath as dumb humour, while being laid on top of a mysterious world full of lore and secrets. Its wonderful inventiveness in plot and presentation makes it genuinely feel like it came from the fantastical imagination of a child, rather than a group of adults. And I've learned more about creativity, joy, and how I feel about the world from this silly little kids show than I have from any other single source. Thank you to Pendleton Ward for creating this story about a boy and his dog. Thank you to BMO for being the sweetest thing in the world, and thank you for watching. Peace.